Oh, he's done it. Has well got the finish.
That's in towards Tommy Conway.
Goal. Runners around him. Goes on his own and scores a glorious goal. Ruthless stuff for Bristol City.
The first of two trips to Yorkshire this week for Bristol City and their dedicated travelling fans. Before a mouth-watering trip to Ellen Road on Saturday, it's struggling Rotherham United, who host Nigel Pearson's side this evening. Sam Bell's new 3-year contract lifted spirits after the 3 painful goals Stoke scored in their comeback win at Ashton Gate. But City are still striving for consistency as we head into the 10th game of the season. 2 changes for the visitors tonight as Taylor Gardner-Hickman and Harry Cornick come into the side. Full credit to the City fans making the journey tonight, given all the rail strikes and the late kick-off time. But if they can make it there, they can make it anywhere. It's up to you now, Bristol City, at the New York. In the Sky Bet Championship, we're live for Rotherham United versus Bristol City on Robins TV. A very good evening, everyone. Welcome along to Robins TV. Delighted to say that Ali Hines, the lead professional development phase coach, is alongside me, summarising tonight's game alongside Alex Duffel. We've got live commentary of tonight's encounter. Mid-table at the moment, Bristol City against Rotherham, who are second from bottom. Ali, a very good evening. I imagine the whole club, the whole team was kind of smarting after the weekend. It'll be interesting to see the reaction tonight, won't it?
Yeah, definitely so. And I think that's all we want to see is a reaction tonight and a real positive performance and a real solid defensive display as well.
Rotherham, a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde side. Dangerous at home, direct. Away from home, they've had wretched form.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting from them?
I think they are a threat. They are a physical threat. I think that we've definitely worked on it this week, dealing with a direct style of play, especially with the front men linking up quite well. They have the fastest pace to goal, so they do go quickly through the thirds. They have aerial threats around as well, so it'll be a challenge. I think if we can stand up to that onslaught at the start, and I think we'll be fine.
Matt Taylor, the Rotherham manager, celebrates a year in charge today. Someone you know a little bit about?
Yeah, used to be a goalkeeper, centre-half. Used to play with him a long time ago, but he's a real good coach, real good detail, good manner with the players, so I wish him well, but obviously not tonight.
Good stuff. Well, let's see what Matt Taylor and indeed Nigel Pearson have done with the teams tonight. Both make a couple of alterations from the games at the weekend, both coming off the back of defeats, but we can get all the details with our lead commentator, Alex Duffel, now.
Thank you very much, Rob. Yes, as you say, boss Matt Taylor, who takes charge of Rotherham tonight on the 1-year anniversary of his appointment, and he's made a couple of changes to his team. So, starting in goal, the Swedish keeper Victor Johansson is between the sticks for the Millers. Then it'll be a back 4 tonight for Rotherham. So Lee Peltier and Tyler Blackett will be the centre halves. Dexter Lembakisa, we believe, will play at right back, and Cohen Bramall will be left back tonight. Midfield 3 of Christy Tiehi, Cafu and Oliver Rathbone, and then the front 3 will be Andre Green, Jordan Hugel and Fred Onyedinma on loan from Luton. The bench for Rotherham tonight: Phillips, Clucas, Eves, Kelly, Hall, Revan, Nombe, Apaya and McGuckin. So it's plenty of experience on that Rotherham bench. Sam Clucas has plenty of experience, and there will be an opportunity for him to come on later in the game, no doubt. Bristol City also make 2 alterations to the team that lost at the weekend. Max O'Leary, ever present between the sticks for the Robins, continues. Gardner-Hickman comes in for the injured George Tanner at right back. Rob Dickey and Cal Naismith continue their partnership at centre back. Cam Pring left back. Midfield 3 is unchanged of Williams, James and Knight. And the other change for the Robins this evening is up front, with Harry Cornick coming back in, and he comes in replace of Naki Wells, Sykes and Sam Bell. The day after he signs a new 3-year deal, he will play on the left-hand side. The bench for City tonight: Bajic in goal, King, Mehmeti, Andy Vyman and Tommy Conway continue their rehab back from injuries, which sees them take place on the bench. Naki Wells reverts back to the bench, as does Roberts, and then the two 17-year-olds, Ephraim Yeboah and Raekwon Nelson, round out the bench for Bristol City. Those are your two teams. Plenty for you to talk through there, Rob.
Thanks a lot, Alex. So, Ali, let's get your reaction. A couple of alterations. Good to see Taylor Gardner-Hickman given a run out. We know how flexible he can be. He can play midfield, and tonight we're going to see him at right back with George Tanner, unfortunately, not making the trip. Yeah,
and I think Taylor's he's a tenacious player. He can play in various positions. So, no, he's a talented player, and I think he shows that when he does come on, and shows that in glimpses when he does perform in the first team as well in certain matches. So, unfortunate to have George injured tonight, but we're looking forward to seeing Taylor be unleashed.
And Harry Cornick is the other change.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to see from him?
I thought when Harry came on Saturday, he had a real grip between his teeth. So, he was really positive with his forward running. His link-up play was really good. So hopefully he can bring that to the start of the game today and really show his worth.
What are the key aspects for you tonight? You mentioned that Rotherham a little bit susceptible to crosses, didn't you? Yeah,
no, they've conceded, I think 50% of the goals they've conceded from crosses, so they have changed shape tonight. So I think we did expect them to line up in a 5-3-2, and their wing backs leave a lot of space. Maybe tonight their full backs might stay in a little bit and stop those spaces to be crossed in, but hopefully tonight with our running power at the top we can get in behind those spaces and get crosses in the box, and we've got some really good forwards on the end of it to finish the goals.
Very good forwards on the bench as well.
Yeah.
It's a very strong bench, that, isn't it? It's getting stronger week by week, it feels.
Yeah, definitely. And we've got a really good squad putting everyone together. Hopefully we have more coming back from injury as well. It just makes it even stronger, and it pushes standards in training. It pushes standards on match days, which is great. So, yeah, real good depth of competition.
In terms of Rotherham, second from bottom, I think this is the perennial sort of yo-yo club. This is the first season, I think, in 8 that they haven't been in the same division. Basically, it's been up and down, up and down. Very difficult, I guess, for a club like that when they've got one of the smallest budgets in the league. But their home form is the only way out of it, it seems.
Yeah, by all accounts, it looks like that at the moment. It could change very quickly, but they'll be tough tonight. They'll want to prove a point against the promising young team that we have at Bristol City. So they'll want to match us in everything we do. They might want to try and intimidate us and bully us a little bit, but we have to enjoy defending tonight. And I think we didn't do that as well on Saturday, but I think tonight we're going to defend really well.
Just finally, before we look back at the last time Bristol City went to the New York Stadium and won, Sam Bell, 3-year contract, been with the club since the age of 12.
Yeah.
He's made 51 appearances, scored 10 goals. What a boost is that?
Yeah, he just keeps getting better and better. So, no, I think it's a real credit to all the work that Sam's put in, and obviously the first team coaching staff believing in him as well. So, no, it's a huge bonus for the club, and I can promise you one thing, he's going to get better and better.
Good stuff. Well, hopefully he's on the score sheet tonight. Bristol City had no trouble scoring when these sides last met at the New York Stadium. It was Christmas time, December of last year, and they emerged with a 3-1 victory. We can enjoy the highlights of that now.
Wanted. Well, that's clever from Naki Wells. And Wells had put through his own net by Wes Harding. It's an own goal, 14 minutes played. And Naki Wells on the left-hand side, getting the better of the defender, whipping the cross in. And Wes Harding getting to it first, but putting through his own goal. Really good cross. Cuffy playing at wing back today, the on loan Arsenal man. That's a good cross, and Chidozie Ogbene has equalised. The lead lasted for 9 minutes, and the Republic of Ireland striker has his 7th goal of the season. Norton Cuffy with the hard work, taking on his man, standing it up at the back post. Could not have been simpler for Ogbene. Space on the left again. And this time it's Conway! And forced home by Joe Williams. It's another cross from the left, and it's another goal for Bristol City. This time it's Joe Williams, Half an hour played and plenty for those travelling fans to celebrate. So much space. But Tommy Conway drills the cross. And it's a really simple effort from Joe Williams. So close to goal. Good start to the second half from Bristol City. Scott floats another one in from the left, and Rotherham are undone again. It's Cameron Pring. That is a collector's item. Alex Scott picked him out. Not enough pressure on the ball. And Cameron Pring, well, it's his first league goal in over 4 years. It's only his second ever.
Rotherham have actually only lost one of their last 10 home league games against Bristol City, but that was it. And Ali, you talked about their weakness from crosses. We've seen it very plain and simply there.
Yeah, I think like we said, they're going to play a high line tonight. Hopefully we can get in behind them. And it's the type of cross, the quality of cross, and then those willing runners to get across their men, arrive in the 6-yard box at the right time. As we did against Plymouth, I thought we scored some really good goals in those areas against Plymouth. So hopefully tonight we can get the same.
Rotherham no longer have their top scorer from last season, Chio Ogbene, who we saw score there, and he's now playing in the Premier League with Luton Town. So it'll be interesting to see how tonight goes. More crosses into the box for Bristol City if they're to emerge from South Yorkshire with 3 points. Kick-off not too far away. We've had the team news already. We've got lots more in the build-up to tonight's game. So stay tuned here on Robins TV. Rotherham United against Bristol City coming your way at 8 o'clock. Let's take a short break. Welcome back to Robins TV. Rotherham United against Bristol City coming your way live very soon indeed. But let's hear part 3 of this special feature that the Bristol City media team did with Zach Viner. They had a sit down by the Cumberland Basin to reflect on his remarkable rise through the ranks after joining the academy. He's had some tough periods in his career, including a loan spell at Rotherham when it seemed that his future here at Ashton Gate was in some question. He touches on that in part 3 of this special feature. Let's hear from Zach Viner now.
I never would do that, but I didn't come back that pre-season thinking, well, played 43, I'm going to play. No one's guaranteed a spot, of course, and you have to earn it. You have to hold on to it. And yeah, that year was tough to deal with not playing as much, and like I said, playing that season before centre half, and I played a lot of positions, but I preferred playing the centre half role, and then sort of playing that season at right back, and started that season at right back, and it was a change, and I had to try and adapt, and maybe that adaptation period didn't happen as easy as I thought it would, but it was never gave up on it. It was a tough year for sure, because of playing so much football and loving it, and having your sort of breakthrough year and whatnot, and then not playing as much the next year is obviously going to be tough for anybody to deal with, and you've got to try and block out some of the noise, and that was something that I was so happy not happy that I dealt with at Rotherham, but I got like I said, I had to have a thick skin at Rotherham, and I had to have an even thicker one that year, and that's something that I won't forget, and something that I will hold on to and use as fuel, and the next season it went a lot better.
So you earned your space back in the team, a big summer in Austria, and how good did it feel to earn your place at the start of the season and kind of hold it for most of the season?
Yeah, for sure. It was a rewarding moment. Like you said, had a good time in Austria and had a good pre-season, and just sort of, like you said, earn that spot back, and it was a very rewarding moment. But I never thought, okay, this is it. I'm back in. It's done now. I was just take each. It's very cliche, but take each game as it comes, and just make sure that in training and in the games, I'm performing at the ability that I know I have, and know I can show and bring to the team. And yeah, it was a good season and a rewarding sort of moment when I look back on that time, thinking about how sort of hard that year before was, and how much sort of stuff I had to deal with, and then taking that and, like I said, using it as fuel and trying to put my best foot forward every time I played in that season, and yeah, like I said, it was a very rewarding time for me, and I didn't really think about it like that in the season, obviously, but yeah, it was a great season.
45 appearances, Player of the Year. How special was winning that award?
Yeah, no, that was a nice one, and obviously because it's come from within the changing room, and the lads obviously showed their appreciation, and I'm very grateful. I can't thank them enough for that, and it was a nice touch to finish the season like that and earn that award, and yeah, it was a nice one.
Zach Viner there chatting about some of the highs and lows of his recent career. Ali Hines is the lead professional development phase coach here at Bristol City, knows Zach pretty well. Unfortunately out at the moment with injury, which we'll touch on in a second, but how much of a loss is he at the moment? Because you touched on it there. Great season last year, and he started brilliantly this year.
No, he did. He had a terrific season last season, and he started really well again this season. Sadly missed, but hopefully he won't be out for too long. We can get him back on the grass again. It'd be great to see him out there. But no, he's had a real good 18 months at this football club, and he'll have many more. So no, he's a top player, top person as well, so it'd be great to get him back. When
you hear Curtis Fleming and Nigel Pearson reference ACL and Zach Viner, obviously you worry, but it sounds like it's not as severe as it could be, and hopefully, like you say, we see him fairly soon. Yeah, I hope so. And there's different levels, and there's different types of players pick up different types of niggles with that as well. So we're hoping it's not too long, and we wish him a speedy recovery, really. International break might come at a good time. It gives a chance to regroup and recoup. So in terms of tonight, let's reflect back on this evening's game. We've touched on how vulnerable Rotherham might be from crosses. Mm-hmm. We can look at a couple of their recent clips now and see how they were undone by Millwall recently away from home. I mentioned their away form. 3 wins in their last 34 away games. They've not scored in 20 of those. Yeah. And here they were undone by a Millwall side who weren't really going into it with much form, but were comfortable winners. That's exactly it, and you can see the players driving down the side,
going around the Rotherham defence, willing runners to get down the sides, and then you can see they've got a lot of numbers in the box. The quality of clearances aren't there, and they're not alive to the second balls. They're not alert in the box. So chances tonight of our front line and midfielders to take those opportunities to score goals.
I'll have to get past Victor Johansson, who's a very good goalkeeper at this level for Rotherham, but like you say, if the pressing ahead of him's not up to speed, then he's got very little chance.
And I think that's our game plan tonight, exactly that. So can we get down the sides? Can we get crosses in, early crosses, and can we get across our men to finish it? It's really important. So there'll be opportunities to score tonight, so looking forward to it.
There's another clip we can show you from the last home game that Rotherham played. Now, going into this, Preston were top of the table, so a point at home is a pretty good result, Ali, but again, it's another cross.
Yep, another corner comes in. Again, the lack of organisation in the box, staying with men, unmarked. A lot of them seem to ball watch, they don't organise, they don't look at the ball, look at the man, they don't feel the man. Communication might be down as well, so yeah, there's a real good point for us to really hurt them today on these set plays.
City have been good from set pieces this season. Obviously, Harry Cornet back in the side. You've got the long throw back in if you need it as well, but this one coming from a corner.
Yeah. Again, another corner comes in, good delivery, but yeah, keeper's pinned, you just can't get anywhere near it. Zonal as well, so if you get a run in that zone, you're straight in, and the ball's good enough, you can score goals.
So Rob Dickey might be eyeing up something like that with his height and his ability in the air. What do you think? Yeah,
definitely. You know, Rob is a big threat on set pieces, so I'm sure he wants to score some more goals as well, so he'll be a massive threat as well. So and Cal's good in the air as well, so delivery's good, the timing's good of the runs, will score goals.
I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but City roared into a 2-goal lead at the weekend against Ashton Gate. It was all buoyant. The Stoke fans were singing against their manager. They were really struggling for confidence, it looked like. But of course Stoke did come back into the game and took the 3 points back to the Potteries. We're going to have a look at the winning goal now. From a coach's point of view, what happened here?
Sure, I just think the gaps between the units are very big. Obviously we missed the first contact in midfield. Again, the ball bounces. We don't really take responsibility with that ball, and then again we let runners, as you can see at the back post, just drift into these areas to score. So I think from any coaching point of view, it's a disappointing goal for us to concede, and hopefully we've learnt our lesson and we defend correctly tonight as well.
But a win tonight could see Bristol City return to the top 10. Been an interesting start, hasn't it? 9 games, 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 defeats. Still hard to know how it's going.
Yeah, no, I think so. And listen, it's a long old season, so if we can get a little bit of consistency in our defending, the willingness to defend as a team, I think that'll really help us, because there's a lot of goals in this team, and there has been some exciting play as well. But we just got to remember, when we haven't got the ball, we're all defenders. We all have to do our roles and responsibilities correctly, and we have to show a bit of aggression and a little bit of purpose in our defending.
And away from home, it's been very positive this season. 2 wins, 1 draw, just the 1 defeat. Why has it been the system, I guess, that City play away from home? How has it reaped so many dividends?
I think generally, you know, the home team have to come at you away from home. So for us, we'll sit back and soak up the pressure and hit them on the counter. So, like we said, we've got some fantastic runners, and our club philosophy is you play forwards, you run forwards, you know, you press the life out of the team. So I don't think our philosophy changes away from home and away. I think it's what we're about. It's our DNA as a club and how we play. So for us, I think being away from home, it will give us an opportunity, because the home team has to come onto us, and we'll hit those spaces and exploit them.
We did the Plymouth game together. That was a good night, wasn't it?
Very good, very good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Rotherham are going to come out City tonight, are they? So it's going to be an interesting tactical. I think it's going to be quite close first half, because that would suit the home side, I think. Possibly, but listen, if we can, you know, stifle the crowd and frustrate them and take our opportunities, and then, you know, going in at half time a couple of goals up or 1 goal up, it'd be great. So I think the pressure's on Rotherham to win tonight. With us, I think, you know, we'll get the performance. And just before we say goodbye to our Facebook and YouTube viewers tonight, international break coming up. Is it going to be a chance to de-stress for everyone?
No, I think it carries on. So there'll be training going on. There'll be, you know, players returning from injury. So yeah, no, it's full hands on pump really, and we'll be, you know, players will get a certain amount of rest, and as well as staff. But yeah, we focus on the next game straight after the international break.
Good stuff. Right, Ali, it's time for us to say farewell to our Facebook and YouTube viewers of the pre-match show tonight.